Nearly 1/3 of American children are obese. This statistic is no doubt shocking. Many like to argue that the school systems have a lot to do with it. After all, 32 million children eat lunch at school every day, with an additional 11 million eating breakfast. Overall, kids consume about 30 to 50% of their calories while at school. If this be the case, then what exactly are they being served? We decided to find out.
So, what are you guys eating today?
Popcorn shrimp.
Do you like it?
It's okay. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's healthy?
No.
How would you guys feel about more healthy lunches? Would you be opposed to that, or would you like it?
I like it. It's more variety.
So you'd be willing to eat it, right?
Yeah.
And you'd like more healthy choices?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
As it turns out, popcorn chicken is not an uncommon menu item. Other common foods that are served in our school cafeterias include chicken nuggets, pizza, Asian popcorn chicken, and beef nachos. Not exactly things that would be considered nutritious. We even had a few students who realized this and refused to eat the school lunches.
So, how do you feel about your school lunches?
The food, well, it's kind of greasy and gross, so I bring my own.
Would you be willing to pay more for a healthier lunch?
Yeah, man, totally.
Hello.
Hi.
Noticed you packed your lunch there. Is there any specific reason for that?
Because I don't like school food.
Why don't you like the school food?
Because the pizza is really greasy.
So you would be willing to eat it if they had healthier food? Look at that. The facts are in the students.
A lot more students might follow their example if they knew how the school food was actually made.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is purchasing 70 million pounds of pink slime for school lunches. This is the same pink slime that's too nasty for McDonald's and Taco Bell at this point. They are no longer using this. And it's referred to as lean beef trimmings, but...
Okay, all right. So first of all, anytime anything is trimmings, you're in a lot of trouble, okay? And then, they try a euphemism like lean beef trimmings,
Yeah.
and it still doesn't sound good? Oh, that means it's bad.
It's very bad, okay? And in case you guys need a reminder, it's basically a ground-up combination of beef scraps, cow connective tissues, not muscle, connective tissues, and other beef trimmings that are treated with ammonium hydroxide to kill pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli. But even if you use those chemicals, in a lot of cases it doesn't work, and the meat is still riddled with E. coli.
Oh, that's fun for everybody.
And if that wasn't bad enough, check out the chicken nuggets.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story about how you can use all the leftover bits to make food. And watch me. Some of the processed foods that you love are made from the bits you don't like. Bone, all the connective tissues, little bits of bone marrow and stuff like that. They even add chicken skin. Put a load of chicken skin in here as well. Okay, so then once they've done that, pour the wound up meat and bone and skin and bits of horrible bits, and they put it into a massive great machine that squeezes all the soft stuff away from the gangly hard stuff. Look at it.
Ooh, it's all going through. It's totally awesome.
What's the good meat, that or that?
That.
And what kind of meat is that?
The horrible.
Okay, so because this has got loads of connective tissue and things that really aren't meat, to be honest, you've got to put loads of stuff in it. Stabilize it with stabilizer, flavoring in there to make it taste of something nice instead of something horrible. Once they've done that, they mix it all up and make this big load of gunk. And then guess what we can do?
What?
We can get a cutter and cut out our very own patty. Just like that. Put some breadcrumbs on it. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our very own patty. And all we do is whack them in a pan. Lovely. Now, who would still eat this? Great. So there you go. The whole experiment failed. That experiment always works. And it didn't work.
Scary indeed. While some people don't see the problem with all of this,
Do you not question any of that stuff? Look,
What's wrong with that?
what's wrong with that? What's right with that? Would you eat that?
Yes, I think they're good.
we decided to get one of our lunch ladies to weigh in on the issue.
Do you notice that a lot of kids go with the more healthy choices, or do you feel like a lot of them go with the unhealthy choices?
I think the majority are unhealthy choices.
And why do you think they choose the unhealthier foods?
I think that's what they're used to. They're more comfortable with it, just to be honest with you. I don't think they want to be introduced to something different.
That's true. Do you think they'd be more willing to accept it if it was more common in their lunch? Like if more of the food was healthy?
Yeah, and it all starts at home, I believe, too.
That's true.
I mean, that's what I believe.
While it is true that healthy eating really does start at home, it's obvious that school lunches need some changes as well. Recently, First Lady Michelle Obama released new government standards that would attempt to make school lunches more nutritious. These new standards are to be implemented sometime next school year.
More sodium, more whole grains, more fruits and vegetables on the side. We are told that is what we should expect. This could be the first overhaul of school lunches in the last 15 years. The changes won't be as aggressive as the Obama administration has hoped. Last year, Congress blocked the USDA from making some of the changes that the department had sought, including limiting French fries and pizzas. The guidelines are expected to limit the total number of calories in an individual meal. They would also require that milk be non-fat or low-fat. Parents we spoke with this morning said they support the cause.
Specifically, the new regulations would set a max calorie and a max sodium limit to be phased in every 10 years. Schools would also be required to serve a cup of fruit and a vegetable every day, with a minimum number of leafy greens, red-orange vegetables, starchy vegetables, and legumes each week. Also, after 2 years, all grains are to be rich in whole grains. Low-fat or fat-free milk would also become the norm, as well as absolutely no trans fats. In an interview, Michelle Obama stated that when we send our kids to school, we expect that they won't be eating the kind of salty, fatty, sugary foods that we try to keep them from eating at home. While many agree with her, others question the new standards. Are they enough? And if not, what else can be done? And more importantly, what can we do as students? For starters, we can begin by raising awareness. Tell your friends what you now know. Encourage them to make smarter choices and plan balanced meals. You could also pack your lunch instead of buying it as a way of showing that you won't eat the school food until it gets better. You may even want to start a nutrition club at your school, in which you could further talk about ways to improve school lunches and how to educate people on nutrition. Don't think that because you're just a student you don't have the power to make a difference, because you do. For example, we made an educational poster about nutrition and how to make healthier choices. We plan to hang it up in all the public high schools in Surrey County. Now that you know more about the state of school lunches, what do you plan to do?